What's up, my beautiful people? Today is January 8th, and today is a big shift. So we have Venus, Mars, and Mercury all moving into their next signs. This is huge. We also have a yod today. So you guys know how I love my yods, right? And this yod is between the sun, the moon, their sextile, and both of those are quincunx to the north node. This is destiny calling us. And in the last few days, there's been a lot of shifting. This energy is getting really crazy, but I don't feel like crazy like necessarily in a bad way. I feel like this is sort of the universe is calling us out, saying, "All right, here's what you want. Do you really want it?" Now, this is gonna come in some very unexpected ways, right? But with the yod to the north node, it's like we're being infused with this feeling of like, I don't really know how to see it. I don't really know where it's going, but I just know I got to do this. Being like infused with this feeling of like almost crawling out of your skin, like, I just got to do it. Right now, we may have some influences coming in our experiences that are going to activate certain feelings or certain things in us that we're like, where the fuck is this coming from? I have a great story for you. Something happened to me last night, right? So I was at a friend's house, and we were doing some yoga, and we had this great yoga session. And as I was getting ready to leave, I got this FaceTime phone call from my boy PJ, and I was like, okay, this isn't like him to FaceTime me, especially, this is totally random. So I answered it, and he was there with like a couple people, but I couldn't really hear him because where I was, it was kind of loud. Everybody's talking in the background. But as soon as I saw like this person that he was trying to introduce me to, I felt this energy like, oh shit, I got to meet this person, right? And I had this feeling like something really good's about to happen. Okay, I don't know, I'm not getting attached to it, but let's go see what's up. So I left, and he invited me out, and I went down to this hookah lounge, and I met this chick, which is super fucking cool. And I felt that I felt this vibe with her that was like super, super chill. Just like, all right, wow, this chick's cool. Come to find out, she has like 2.7 million followers on Instagram, but she was actually like really down to earth. And of course, I did her chart, and like we were talking about spirituality and stuff. And typically when I feel drawn to someone, or someone feels drawn to me at this point in my life, we are a change agent for each other. It's really like that's what it boils down to, right? And like no longer do like when I was younger, and I'm noticing this contrast now. When I was younger, I used to be very insecure with myself. Even when I was in the best shape of my life, I was actually probably the most insecure in my life. And now, like it ain't about just finding hot chicks and banging them and shit like this. This is about how can we improve each other's lives, right? So it really, and I felt that contrast, because I was like, maybe like 10 years ago, I probably would have, just done the whole like game where like, trying to hook up or whatever, but it wasn't like that at all. And I was really grateful to be able to see the contrast of this. But so I'm talking to my boy PJ and my other friend Vince that I saw there, and this chick, and then my friend left, and then I only went for like a half an hour. I don't go out and party and shit, so I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna go home. You guys have a great night and do your thing. So I go home. Now every now and then, you guys know that I work with different medicines, right? I like to do shamanic journeys, and every now and then, like I take it upon myself to experiment with different ways and methods and whatnot. So I went on a medicine journey last night on my sound lounge, let's just say that. And when I went in this journey, I had this vision. It was so powerful. It just took me over, right? It literally like, it took my body over. I had this vision of us making a shitload of money. And whenever I feel something like this, I always go with my gut, right? So, but while I was still in this journey, this must have sounded like some Wolf on Wall Street shit, right? I was still in my journey. It was so intense. This is probably the most intense vision I've ever had. It literally came through my body. It literally like evened out every imbalance in my body. I could squeeze all my muscles, which I haven't been able to do in a long time because of my injury. And I'm just seeing all this abundance just bah, 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 pow, like with this, these projects that I'm growing. And so I felt so almost possessed or taken over by this force that while I was still in my journey, coming out of my journey, I picked up my phone and called this person that does not even fucking know me. And I don't know what I said. I know what my energy was and my intention was, but it must have sounded like, like when Wolf on Wall Street, when they eat all those Quaaludes and they're like, so who knows what happened with that. I sent her a message and apologized, but I sincerely apologize if you're watching this. Okay. But I just, at this point, like, I don't really give a fuck. I think it's funny. That's definitely a story I'll be able to tell for a long time. And that's how we have to look at this shit right now, right? Like, what's meant to be is going to be. And however shit, goes and falls down, and it's either gonna fall apart. If it's right for us, it's gonna be right. If it's not, then hey, okay, fuck it. Chuck it in the fucking bucket. Who cares? You know what I mean? And I know that at this point in my life, at this point in my process, I'm having all these epiphanies, these realizations of, you know what? I know what makes me happy. I know what I want. I know who I want. I know how I want it. But of course, with that, when I do receive these things that I want, I also am open to the flexibility of working with these situations. It's like I feel the concreteness of my belief systems in this higher vibration coming into play. And this is that Mars conjunct Uranus energy. Now, there's going to be some tumultuous aspects to it, being that it's going to be squaring over to all the shit in Aquarius. So, a lot of unexpected things, and, we don't really know how it's going to play out. And this is where letting go of attachment comes into play. All right. Don't get attached to the idea. Like, if we make millions of dollars, if me and this chick collaborate, we make millions of dollars, great. If not, great, whatever. Like, I would like to, but there's always going to be another opportunity, another way, another thing, because that's how the universe works, right? What's meant to be will be. So, and I just already know, I have it in my consciousness and my understanding that I'm going to be incredibly wealthy, not for ego's sake, but because I want financial independence, so I can be the best father that I can be, so I can treat, my future wife in the way that, we want. We can go on vacation where we want. And I can take care of her and my family, so that I don't have to worry about money anymore. It's these experiences I want to be able to give back to the people that I love. That is why I want financial independence, not to buy flashy shit and so I can show off. I don't want to give a fuck about that. I want to be able to get more stem cells and be super healthy and preserve my age and do all these new experiments and stuff where I can come back and help out humanity, right? I want to grow my Uforia business. I want to grow my community and have retreats. All these things is what I want the financial abundance for. So it's all about your intentions. It's all about where we're coming from. It's all about your why. What is your why? Why are you doing what you're doing? And with that, do you have any counterproductive or counterintuitive beliefs that are opposing the things that you want to create? And you have to navigate those first in order to be able to really step into and create the life that you want to live, okay? So that is my rant for today's energy. I hope you have a beautiful day. Take this Yod energy and use it to its advantage, all right? Step into your destiny. Step into what you feel is right for you. Now, also, I will be seeing all my beautiful Opportunity Community people today at 1 p.m. Don't forget that I'm gonna be shifting, doing these daily videos, and I'm excited to do it on the Opportunity Community, especially because I can talk about whatever I want and I'm not going to be censored. YouTube is playing games, and so is Instagram, and I'm just, all this shadow banning shit, not okay. So don't forget to join the Opportunity Community. Go to my website, spiritualbodybuilder.com, click on Opportunity Community. It's $51.99 initially to sign up, and then $4.99 a month, and you're going to be getting all this, plus my 4-week transformational protocol, plus all the weekly Zoom meetings. And you can interact on there, and send messages to each other. Also, we're going to be building that platform quite a bit. And don't forget, guess the background vibration. One person came very, very close. So feel into it. And, And once you hear it, once you get it, you're going to be like, oh man, I knew it. Right. And that just goes to show, like, this is like, if you're able to get the specific feeling, then you're tuning in way deep to the very core of the energy, which is good for your own intuitive processes. This is like good shamanic training, if you will, to understand your own intuitive energetic feelers, right? So I love that a lot of you guys are getting into it and like feeling it out and whatnot. Just keep up the good work. Okay. I like to reward hard work with you know, whatever I can. So I love y'all very much. Thank you. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I'll see you on the next report. All right. Aho.